Alright YouTube, this is going to be my first video. My first video is going to be sanding down and refinishing an old cedar chest. It's in pretty bad shape, as you can see, but it is a very nice chest, and we're going to try to sand it on down and get it looking nice. I haven't decided yet whether I want to put a cushion on the top, which is something, an upholstered cushion on the top, which is something we might do. We don't know yet. Over here you have your locking mechanism. And all we're going to need for this right now is some standard rubbing alcohol, a couple different grits of sandpaper, a sander, and screwdrivers to remove the hardware. And we will get that started, and then we'll come back and I'll show you the progress. And I'll keep this going all the way through until it's completed. Okay, so here we go. I've taken off all of the hardware, removed all the hardware. After I got done with all the hardware, I rubbed the entire chest down with rubbing alcohol, just to put a quick clean on it. And now we should be able to go ahead and start our sanding. And once again, I will start it and get back to you guys about halfway through. Alright, so here we go. Okay, so here we are. We're back. You can see I've done about half of it, just to give you guys an idea of what it looks like, what it should look like. It should be nice and smooth. The only trouble that I'm having here is with the dovetails, but I can get that later. But you want to get it nice and smooth, and then you want to continue working all the way around it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'll be back with progress reports to let everybody know how it's going. As I said before, all I'm using is a power sander, a couple different grits of sandpaper. I think that I may leave the inside alone because it looks pretty decent once I clean it up. It's got sawdust on it, but once I clean it up, it'll look okay. And then we'll go from there. Alright, I'll be back soon. Alright, so here we go. This is after it's been sanded down and tacked off with the tack cloth. Got as much as I could off. There's a couple spots where I'm going to have to go back by hand a little bit. Lens is fogging up on me. But for the most part, this is how you want to do it. And please remember that if you're doing this in the house or in the garage to open the door, it's very dusty. But this is what it looks like on the finish. Alright, so here it is. I'm finished sanding now. I've tacked it off with a tack cloth. And I've got it looking about where I want it to look. Nice knotty cedar. And then now all that's left is to stain in polyurethane. Please remember that if you're doing this in your garage, to open the garage door. It is very, very, very dusty. I put a box fan behind me as I was doing it and let it blow it right out the garage door. But just make sure that around the edges you keep your edge nice and sharp. Nice and sharp. You don't ever want to let it round off if that's not how it was designed. Always nice and flat here. Nice and flat here. Never round that edge. And that is what we're looking at. Next we'll be staining urethane and then put the hardware back on it and we'll be done. And I will get back to you guys halfway through. Okay, so today we're going to give a quick overview of the staining process. I typically work in a small area, go with the grain when applying, with the grain, put it on as thick or as thin as you want. This is actually a little thick. As thick or as thin as you want. Try to apply it with the grain as much as possible. And then depending on the color depth that you want is how long you leave it sit. I've been letting this sit for about 60 seconds. And then I come back through with a clean cloth and I wipe it off. I remove the excess. And it leaves you a nice stained surface with no runs, no streaks. Alright, so I'm about done applying here. You don't want too big of an area, it'll get out of hand real quick. Work in nice small areas. Make sure that you've got it completely coated. Any cracks, divots, dimples in the wood, you need to make sure that those are filled. Nothing looks worse than a polka dotted piece of wood. And once you're happy with it, you can come on back with a nice clean piece of cloth and wipe it with the grain. Like so. And there you have it. I'll be back to show you some more in a little bit. All right, thank you.